Hello everyone, my name is Thamizharasu, your trusted business coach. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's critical for every business owner, whether you are a startup entrepreneur or managing an established company. We're talking about working capital. Confused about what it really means? Never fear. By the end of this video, you will not only understand it but will be able to calculate it and use it to make strategic decisions for your business. So, let's get started. 1. Understanding the basics of working capital. Working capital is the lifeblood of any business. It's the difference between your company's current assets like cash, accounts receivable, and inventory, and your current liabilities, accounts payable, short-term debts. It's this capital that keeps your business running smoothly, allowing you to pay your bills, cover operational expenses, and invest in growth. 2. The importance of working capital in business operations. Working capital is not just a number. It's a measure of your company's operational efficiency and short-term financial health. Having enough working capital means you can meet your short-term obligations and invest in strategic growth. On the other hand, running out of working capital can lead to financial distress or even bankruptcy. 3. How to calculate working capital, a step-by-step approach. Calculating working capital is easy. Just subtract your current liabilities from your current assets. Want to know how much working capital you need? Look at your industry averages, operational cycle, and projected growth. Working capital equals current assets, current liabilities. 4. Common misconceptions about working capital. Many people think that more working capital is always better. Not necessarily. Too much can imply you're not investing excess assets effectively. Too little, on the other hand, can indicate potential liquidity problems. Misconception 1. More working capital is always better. Truth. While it might seem like having more working capital is beneficial, it's not always the case. Excess working capital might indicate that a business isn't efficiently using its resources to generate profits. It's about finding the right balance to maintain operations and cater for short-term obligations. Misconception 2. Working capital only involves cash. Truth. Working capital is not just about cash. It encompasses all current assets and liabilities, including inventory, accounts receivable and payable, among others. It's a broader measure of a company's short-term financial health and operational efficiency. Misconception 3. Negative working capital is bad. Truth. Negative working capital, which means current liabilities exceed current assets, might signal financial distress. But that's not always the case. Some businesses operate effectively with negative working capital, especially those with high inventory turnaround and cash sales, like retail giants. 5. Types of working capital: permanent and temporary. Working capital can be permanent, the minimum amount you need at all times, or temporary, the extra capital needed during peak business seasons. Also known as fixed working capital, permanent working capital is the minimum amount your business needs to continue its basic operations, regardless of any fluctuations or seasonal changes. This is the base level of capital your business needs to keep the lights on, so to speak. On the other hand, temporary working capital, also known as variable working capital, refers to the additional funds your business needs during periods of high activity or growth. Think of this as the extra fuel you need to turbocharge your business engine during busy seasons or when you're scaling up operations. 6. The relationship between working capital and cash flow. Working capital is the difference between a company's current assets, cash, accounts receivables, and inventory, and current liabilities, accounts payable and short-term debt. It's essentially the resources a company has at its disposal to fund day-to-day operations. On the other hand, cash flow refers to the net amount of cash and cash equivalents moving in and out of a business. It's a measure of a company's liquidity, financial flexibility and overall business health. So, how do these two financial metrics relate to each other? Well, having a positive working capital indicates that a business has enough short-term assets to cover its short-term liabilities, which can lead to an increase in cash flow. A healthy cash flow ensures that a business can meet its regular financial obligations and invest in its growth. 7. Working capital management best practices for businesses. Monitor receivables. Keep a careful eye on your accounts receivable. Speed up the collection process where you can, and ensure timely payment from your customers. This keeps your cash flow steady. Manage inventory. Effective inventory management reduces the risk of overstocking or understocking. This can both save costs and make sure customers' demands are met in a timely manner. Extend payables. When it comes to accounts payable, negotiate longer payment terms with suppliers. This can help you retain cash for a longer period, enhancing your working capital position. Forecast cash flow. Regularly forecasting your cash flow helps identify potential shortages or surpluses in working capital. This allows for timely corrective action. 8. The role of working capital in business valuation. Did you know? Potential investors or buyers look at your working capital to assess your business health and value. A well-managed working capital can significantly increase your business worth. 9. Impact of poor working capital management on business health. Poor working capital management can lead to financial problems, strained supplier relationships, and lost business opportunities. Don't let this happen to you. 10. Case studies success stories in working capital management. Amazon, the e-commerce giant, has a unique approach to managing its working capital. It operates on a negative working capital model, meaning they receive payments from customers before they have to pay their suppliers. Consider Walmart, a retail behemoth. They efficiently manage their working capital by maintaining a robust supply chain management system. Through strategic supplier partnerships, Walmart ensures that it has the necessary inventory to meet customer demand without tying up too much cash in stock. This approach helps in keeping the cash cycle short and managing working capital effectively. That's it for today, folks. I hope this video has demystified working capital for you and shown how crucial it is in steering your business towards success. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful business tips. Until next time, this is Thamizharasu, your business coach, signing off.